Hello, everybody. I am back. Another episode. No, nope. That was 2 days ago. Alright, anyways, I'm streaming today. We got the new patch, the mid-season patch. Woohoo! I'm not going to go through the notes. I know some other people did. I. A lot of it was some LC changes, which is incredible. Thank you, Crema, for that. That helps a lot of people going through the story. Just to maybe so there were a lot of issues where many Tems would be caught and then not even have any moves that they could use. Or they would only have four really early on moves. But now a lot of that's been fixed, and also we have some cool new stuff. I think my favorite is that Grumper finally got, or sorry, Grumvol got Dust Vortex. I was kind of hinting at it getting Earthbreaker, but Dust Vortex might even be better since you're running Gravel Bag on it anyways. So it's almost tempting to bring back the Grumvol, but I'll think about that another day. So stuff like Mimic got hit. A Striking Mimic got hit pretty bad. Cycrox got hits. Volfi and Turok and even Adoro got slapped on the wrist a bit. We're still gonna see them everywhere. My favorite overall change in the patch is that Osakai learned Inner Spirit. I think that's really cool. It's interesting to have a Tem with a really weak stab option, but that scales, and then a nuke after a couple turns. I can't think of another Tem that really has an identity like that. So it's really cool that we have Osakai for that. I'd say the thing we have to be scared of in the patch the most is that Shellant got Haitouchi. I know I've been saying before that Shellant needs something, and it did for sure. It has a lot of really cool, like 3-hold moves. Zen Meditation, Execution. I think it has something else too, but it's escaping me. But it's just kind of like a Soul Shout Inner Spirit spammer up until then, which there's multiple other Tems that do it better, and the 3-holds just don't give enough value. You see, in the end, you're just playing Shellant as a trait bot. But now it has Haito Uchi, which gives it a control option, which gives even more space for that Tem it's trying to protect. So we might have to ban Shellant now, because if it's faster than you, it's gonna just put us to sleep. And also, like, Shellant Inky is a combo. There's not gonna be a whole lot of ways to deal with that. You're kind of forced to bring a Stone Ball Tem. I don't know. I guess it's kind of the same as earlier. You just gotta. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I think Shellant's gonna be really strong. I think we'll start seeing a couple more setup strategies, and unfortunately, we might even see more anti-sleep. As of right now, I am going to continue running the MIDI team. I actually have been keeping up with my dailies and hit Legend off stream. I'm actually a few wins into Legend. I have been trying to figure out what I want in the last couple slots. Honestly, I don't remember if on my last stream I had the move flank or not, but I have a move flank now. Because I realized two things. One, I realized that the only time I used Tolkien was in teams that I needed 2 fires. So essentially like Crystal Cores, stuff with Chimerian and 2 Vine or something. Otherwise, it just wasn't super strong. Like, it's kind of crazy to say, but like, it felt underwhelming in so many matchups. It wasn't quite fast enough. It got outsped by Nestlas on multiple occasions. And the damage output it has on neutral targets can be covered by something else. And so right now I kind of have Move Flank fitting that spot. It feels pretty good. It's nice to have something to just kind of brute force things down. And I previously didn't have any mental weaks on my team, so it fits in well. I'm still testing it though. I might switch it around. I debated on Venmet as well, but I didn't want the triple digi weakness. And then also, after I added Mooflank, I realized that Nestla also was not getting a whole lot of use on my team. because people like Nesla was my only water and my only electric, and if somebody was weak to either of those types, they just ban it. So that sucked. And then Nesla on its own just didn't. It doesn't synergize with my team, so it was just type coverage. And if they counter it anyways, it was a dead slot. So what I did is I replaced it with Sypat, because Sypat is very fast and it's a threat that kind of like demands attention. Otherwise, it'll just have constant output. It's kind of cool because I also just made the Sypat competitive guide, or in-depth guide, earlier this week. So if anyone's interested in that, you can check it out. But that's enough talking. I should actually start to queue up. One extra thing. So Mudrid did get a couple buffs, like 4 BST total, like 2 in defense and 2 in special defense. That doesn't change any breakpoints, I don't think. I put in a little bit more speed, so I outspeed max speed Sypat, just in case I run into it, an opposing one. And then also Diamond Fort. It got changed in 1.4 to apply nullified, but gained an extra hold in the process. And nobody that learns the move really wants to click it. Two Vine's got already other good moves, same as Zenarith now. Tortonite also does. So really just all the Tems that want to use it don't, or none of the Tems that have it want to use it. The only Crystal Tem that you could really think that would want to use a 3-hold defensive move like this is Anatan, and I think it would be busted on it. But now that it's 2-hold again, I could actually think of multiple situations where I swap Mudrid in, I get the Deluge off, and then I get this insane defense buff and the Nullified, making Mudrid's awful type chart not bad. So we're going to try it out. I have it over Dust Vortex because that's kind of the flex slot. You always want to turn one of each of your stabs if possible. Crystal Dust also doubles as priority, and Deluge is obviously for the core of my team. So yeah, we're gonna give it a try. I probably should switch the item out on it, but I don't know what I'd even run. It's already got resistant for like type differences. Bait, it doesn't exactly live a hit. I could put Drill for and then let Shell Lance through, I suppose. But I think for now I'm just gonna keep the iron or the gravel bag, just so that iron coating, so that my soil steam does more damage. Guess I could also put like marbles or something. We'll see how it goes. Maybe something like Umbrella as well, just to live Ukama hits. I was doing calcs, seeing if I could live an Aquatic Whirlwind from an Ukama reasonably, and I couldn't. It would have been like 200 plus HP invest, which I was not interested in. I can have a water cannon though, so like turn 1 it's not scared, and then turn 2 I hit it with priority and just hope to outspeed. Speed tiers when you get past Hedgen are... It's kind of difficult. Some of the faster things that outspeed Hedgen don't even run max speed. I think Momo and Mashuk are namely the two. I'm actually not sure if they do. It's really close. I think they're all around like 80 to 83 base speed. But then you kind of have like a gap where anything between 83 and like 95, like Mudrid has, don't run a whole lot of speed. And so stuff like Ukama, Gialis, and even Amphitheater don't even need to run speed to outspeed their threats. So, alright. We got a match though. We see an Osakai. I'm not surprised. I'm kind of excited to see how badly I get wrecked by it. For everyone's information, Mudrid does live a hook, even at base HP, from a max attack Osakai, even though it's 4 times weak. It's just, a hook is a very weak move, but it scales very quick. Shoot. It's another pretty fast team. The slowest thing is probably the 2-Vine, but I'm going to guess there's some speed in this 2-Vine. Maybe even the Osakai. It's pretty melee weak, so Sypat actually is kind of nice here. But he does have counters, so I have to watch out. Yeah, okay, so he bans the Sight Pat. He realizes his melee weakness. That really makes me want to ban the Volphy. He's got 2 fires, so it's not like I can ban both of them out. I want to lead with Volphy. Volphy's just too flexible, but I mean, Mooflank's another option. Because there's no mentals on this team. I think I banned the Tolkien. I don't have anything great against it. Just a couple Earths. My water was banned out. And Earths deal better with Hazrat than they do with Tolkien. Tolkien like completely walls Lawali and Zenareth. I think Zenareth's got like knockback, but even that doesn't do a ton of damage. So we got the Volphy Wars. For anyone who doesn't know, Team Elusive now only works on offensive moves. I don't have anything that's not an offensive move that it would affect it, but stuff like Ampere Outburst, Cage, some other shenanigans also work. Lawali's nice here. Even if he brings in Hazrat, I can Hypoxia, and I'm not afraid of what Volphy can do. Now I'm currently afraid of Platamus. You know what? I'll go Lawali Mooflank. I know I said I was going to lead with Volphy, and that probably would have been smart. But we don't like the meta here. And Volphy's still really strong, so... Okay. Two-Vine. Two-Vine's kind of interesting. It's probably got Nox Bomb to chunk my Lawali real bad. I've only got 1 fire, so we're probably going to see Auhi banned out now. He's got 2 waters. 2 waters is bad. If my options are facing Platamus or Oshiara, I think I'd choose Oshiara just because it can get walled easier and I don't have to worry about Toxin Shower. Plus Oshiara has weaker priority. Okay, so he chooses to ban the Volphy, which is fair. Volphy walls Oshiara pretty bad. Picking up Zenareth just because it's got less type weaknesses than Mudred. Since it's a faster team, I don't think I'm going to be able to bring it in as safe. Stuff like Oshiara, Amphitheater, and Hazrat can outspeed and hit Mudred for super effective before I even get a Deluge off. I think I want the Auhi though, just to finish some stuff off and to give me some wiggle room against Two-Vine. If we see Amphitheater, I'm going Mudred anyways. If we see Osakai, it's going to be a hard choice. Okay. I think we're actually going to go with the MIDI. Because MIDI can take a hit from Hazrat, Oshiara, Volphy, Osakai. Mudred really can't. Plus, playing double Deluge with only 1 mental feels not fantastic. At least he's got 2 earths and a water, so Auhi is not great. Lawali is really important here. I think I'm going to swap in Zenareth. I'm sure this Two-Vine has Nox Bomb, and that would deal like 50% of my health. While I can deal with Oshiara, Volphy, and Osakai pretty well. And Mooflank, I'm just going to base jump into the Volphy slot. Zenareth isn't great into like 3 of the Tems here, so just having it for a swap in is nice. I left a Bestial Charge just for value, but I don't know if the Volphy's swapping for sure or not. It could very well just be plaguing my Mooflank. Yeah. My move flank is now trapped. See a Nox bomb, as expected. I'm pretty confident that my Zenith can actually deal enough with a Goring to kill this Volphy. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But we're gonna try. If I get rid of Volphy, that frees up basically nothing. I'm trying to free up a little space for Auhi, so I can bring it in against Tuvine. Tuvine, if I don't proc what I'm assuming is its bait, I should not get... Or it'll run out of stamina soon enough. Although 20% stamina is... This thing is an 81 stamina Tuvine, actually. That's kind of nuts. That's got to be like almost 200 invest. Come on, take it down to 40. Nice. And move flank out speeds. Beautiful. Great turn. Great turn. Move flank has Held Anger up if it gets ignored, which it does. Zenith tanks that like a boss because Zenith's stats are stupid. I don't even have like any HP invest in this, and it still tanks that really well. We're probably going to see Hazrat come in here. But honestly, I just see Spikes and Held Anger anyways. If we see Osakai, then I just see Spikes the Tuvine instead. And I probably just Bestial Charge for value. I guess I could Held Anger that Osakai just to put it in range for... Yeah, okay. So we see Hazrat. I could see Spikes and Held Anger the Hazrat, and I'm sure it dies. Or I could see Spikes the Tuvine. I could even like swap and get a Deluge, Synergy Deluge off, because I have both Auhi and Midi alive. But I don't know what item this Tuvine has. And I don't know how fast the Hazrat is, because he could swap Tuvine for Oshiara really easily. Like this. And then if his Hazrat has more than 262 speed, then my Zenith just gets obliterated before it does anything. Which it does. But that also means the Hazrat should take a huge chunk from this and maybe straight up die. Okay, I was hopeful. Oh, it still has Nut Bar, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. It's actually a pretty decent MIDI board. Kind of have two options. I can either I could Goring the Hazrat and Matter Teleport the Oshiara, just put the Oshiara in range to die to Plague. Or I could Bestial Charge on move flank. You know, I could even just Goring Matter Teleport the Oshiara. Like, what does he do then? And then Auhi Lowali can probably clean up in the end. I guess Hazrat's still a bit of an issue, but it loses its priority then. Yeah, I'm going to double the Oshiara slot, because Hazrat without priority is not scary. We might see a Water Blade from the Oshiara. I can't say for sure. He could have very easily swapped Hazrat for his Tuvine as well, which was something I really didn't want to risk. But now I wish that I did, because I could have killed the Hazrat. And then Lawale would be free. Now I have to hope that this Fiery Soul kills, and I don't get outsped and die to a Water Blade, and a whole bunch of other things that probably aren't gonna work out. But that's okay. Yeah, not attacking the Hazrat there was kind of troll. I just... I couldn't know for sure what he was gonna click. Live, 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 live! Okay. But does he attack the midi or the Aohi? He attacks the Aohi. Yes, that's so important. So Tuvine actually has to attack Aohi, because Osakai cannot kill Aohi with Hook, but also can't kill Midi. Oh, that is a really tanky Tuvine. I should have just matter teleported the Osakai. I'm trolling. Well, I have to hope I live this Nox Bomb really well, so that I can get an allergic spread off next turn and don't die to the Hook Turbine. Oh, but it's reactive Vial. Oh, he got me. There's no way I live this Inner Spirit. Not a chance. So he had actually a lot of bulk on his Tems when I was not expecting it. GG's. Yeah, because that Tuvine was extremely bulky. Like that Tuvine probably had 100 or so special defense invests. Maybe 200 and still max HP. But it also had all that insane stamina invest, so I don't know what its spread was. Even that Hazrat had an up bar and a decent amount of HP invest. If I had matter teleported the Osakai instead of putting it to sleep, I probably would have won. Because Osakai would have just hooked Midi again. I would have been able to plague the Tuvine twice. Or no, but the reactive vial would have ran out a turn earlier. And that would have been really important. Yeah. I guess I was expecting like Sensei Robe just for the increased damage. But Reactive Vial makes sense too. Because Osakai's defensive type chart is awful. Like just the Earth type in general is really bad. And then Melee's also got a couple weaknesses. Plus, Osakai's defensive stats are actually pretty solid. It's a really well-rounded tome with insane attack. It's just its special attack is kind of like, I guess it's min-maxed almost. Yeah, I'm so sad. That one was easily winnable. I don't even know why I try and put stuff asleep when I can just hit it super effective sometimes. I've been running into that a lot. I'll see like I'll lead Volphy Midi into a Mashuk, and then I'll put the Mashuk asleep. But it outspeeds me anyways and gets the uppercut off, so I end up only getting like a 12% bonus from Soft Touch, which isn't worth enough to be used in that way. If I was faster than the Mashuk and put it to sleep, then it would be nice. But most Mashuks outspeed my Volphy, even though it's a pretty fast Volphy. Mashuk just has high base speed and usually runs a little bonus, just so that it outspeeds some stuff. Maybe with Osakai around, we'll actually start seeing less Earths and Crystals, because they were kind of dominating last meta. It might actually be kind of bad having two more melees, Osakai and Shaolant, in the meta. Just because a lot of people brought Crystals and Earths because they counter what's like some of the really strong stuff. Crystals specifically counter Adoro. But now with a couple melees in the pool, then picking those types is a lot weaker. Like the last patch, there just weren't a lot of great melees, and there still aren't. Most of the melees that are good are weak to the main Earths and Crystals. Like Mashuk, one of the better melees, weak to Tuvai and Turok. But we got another match. Cool to see Lawali. Everything else looks very familiar. We're gonna ban Tolkien again. Especially since I'm first pick, because Saipak can easily get banned, and then I am out of luck. My Lawali gets banned. It's a good play by him. Most of his team's pretty weak to Lawali, especially now that I banned one of his fires. I'm expecting to see one of his waters or one of his natures, at least. He doesn't have any mentals again, so move flank's pretty safe. I think I'll just pick that as my first option. It's a really safe, flexible pick. If I pick Volphy, then he can just pick Lawali anyways and wall it. But in general, Volphy's a really safe pick. Kind of interesting. I can pick Volphy here and just Bestial Charge and Plague the Nesla, but if it's a bulkier Nesla, it'll live. If I pick Zenarith, then something swaps for sure, and he's still got multiple resists in the back. I get to hold off a Deluge though, so maybe that's the play. I'm gonna ban one of his Earths or Hedgen. Kinda depends on what he bans. If he bans Mudred, I have to ban Hedgen. I guess I got Saipat. He probably just banned Saipat actually. Saipat's one of the more flexible ones on my team. And then I probably banned Volphy. Auhi? Really? Interesting. Why? Trying to carry with Lawali. Lawali gets chunked super bad by the Bestial Charge turn 1. Oh, I still kind of want to ban Hedgen, just because he gets a free swap in on the Nestle slot turn 1 to it. I'll try and scare him off. We'll see. Nope. It didn't work. I'm not confident in my Psypat, or that he won't plague my Zener slots. Otherwise, I'd like to swap in Psypat onto this lead. Kind of have to bring Midi just so I have a Deluge synergy. But I mean, like, Zener is not going to do a whole lot for me this game. It wouldn't be the worst play just to double into the Lawali, just because Lawali's really good against Psypat and Volfi. And weakening it could help immensely. Yay. So he plagues one of these two slots, likely handcuffs, trapping it in. So I'd assume Zenereth to trap it and Hellfire the next turn. And then swap Nestle for Hedgen. That is my prediction. That means my best play is to swap in Volfi for Zenereth. I Bestial Charge because it's super high value in a move. Yep. Volfi gets Dust Vortex off cooldown. After the Bestial Charge, it'll definitely be in range. He actually plays the move flank though. Very interesting, and it is not handcuffs. Okay. Don't really need move flank for anything else. It's done a great job. I'm gonna Goring the Lawali. I'm gonna Goring the Hedgen. We're gonna Plague it as well, because it's swapping for Platamus. Yeah. I'm Goring because I'm expecting a Resin Trap, and Resin Trap might be able to finish off my move flank. Hard to say. That is a really bulky Platamus. Resin Trap on the Volfi. Very interesting. Not what I was expecting. He cannot Toxin Shower because he's got Lawali on the board. I click Held Anger until whatever swaps in, he either has to kill move flank this turn or he dies. I didn't catch how much Plague did. Hopefully that much. Let's see. Probably not. It probably didn't do that much. But I'm trapped anyways. Not really afraid of dying if he swaps Lawali. Oh. I don't think that the Plague kills Platamus. If you guys are watching the recording and you see it, and it does do 30%, you're gonna be like, just click it! But I really don't think so. So now I have to choose what I want to even do with Volfi. I think I'm just gonna Sledge Gift, honestly. He's just going for Volfi. Not really sure why he's sacking the Lowali here, but that's fine. I believe it dies to Held Anger, but I'm not sure. Held Anger's super strong, and Lowali's defense is not great. Might have even actually needed the Sludge Gift chip there. Now that I think about it, maybe I should have plagued the Platamus, because then it would be in range to die to Venomous Claws from Platamus, or from Saipat. Because currently it is not. He still, why would he bring that in? He still can't Toxin Shower then. Does he not have Toxin Shower? Oh, Rotten Goo. Does that kill? Yeah, that doesn't even kill. Move flank goes down, so my Volphy is faster, but my move flank isn't. So that's like just a 232 speed, speed crept Nesla. I don't really need Zenith for anything else this game. So Zenith is just gonna threaten out the Nesla. Also, I'm realizing that I probably should. Okay, he's just gonna take the kill on the Volphy. That's fine. That is a-okay. I swap in Saipat now for free. I know my Zenith is faster than his Nesla, so I don't have to be worried about an aquatic. My Zenith is no longer faster than his Nesla. Well, at least aquatic. Like, what's he gonna do? Aquatic a Saipat? No. Alright. Yeah, getting the Plague off on that Platamus even was still really good in the end. Aquatic on Zenith, whatever. Saipat outspeeds Hedgen, kills it. Zenith, even with the -1, should still outspeed Gialis. Got a lot of speed in this stupid Zenith. Yeah, I guess only 232. Gotta go fast, not fast enough. See, I didn't have to be afraid of the Hedgen so much. Dang, it is a very speedy Gialis. But he has no way to kill my Saipat before I kill him, so. I just Nox Bomb it a couple times since that's higher damage than Nicho, I believe. Yeah, maybe not. It's 110 times 10%. It's like 121. 100 times the 25% from Nox is 125. So yeah, Nox is more damage. It's also more stamina efficient. He does outspeed me though. So that's bad. But he just used his strong crystal move to kill my midi. So basically I Nox Bomb, Nicho, and that should kill. It'll definitely kill. I even just Nox Bomb, and Ninja, just to make sure he doesn't have anything that doesn't exist as far as tools for Gialis. It's always sad when I bring midi and then it doesn't do anything though. It's a lot better into slower teams But if they're taking turns killing midi, that means they're not spending turns killing something else. So GG's. I forgot to update my win rate. It's just 1-1 for the day so far. I haven't even got to pick Medrid yet, so how am I supposed to know if Diamond 4 is going to be fun or not? Let's see if we can get one more and knock out 3 challenges at once and get a ton of feathers. Nice to see some fast queues though. I guess there's always faster queues on update day. Epic Balloon. Alright. See a Scaravolt. Kinu's even uncommon nowadays. Got a bit of a melee core going on. 2 Vine for wind. Tag team. Probably... very likely... H-Slaps synergy. If I ban 2 Vine, I could almost lead midi. And I kind of want to ban 2 Vine anyways, because my fire type was banned out. I still have a couple Earths which can sort of deal with Gialis. And because this is likely the 2-2 wants to outspeed the Gialis for H-Slap purposes, it'll probably be a slower Gialis that I can hit with Soil Steam. And 2-2 also doesn't have a turn 1 melee move, so... There's also no oh no, there is a mental, so I can't pick move flank here. Can't really pick Saipat. I could pick Volphy for 1 turn. But then he just picks Gialis and H-Slap double gashes anyways. I'm picking midi. Honestly, the best thing I'm seeing is the Wally. I get walled kind of bad by that Scaravolt. But if he picks Scaravolt here, I just swap Wally turn 1. And just get some chip onto Tutsu with midi. Or he'll force the Gialis. Yeah. Part of me wishes I picked Mudrid. I probably could have led... I mean, in hindsight, I should have led Mudrid plus Lawali. But I just couldn't say for sure if that actually kills the Gialis. It probably does. It very likely does. But it's too late now. So I'm going to have to play the game without Lawali, realistically. So I'm just getting rid of something that can outspeed most of my team and get bad hits off, which is Platamus. I don't have an electric and my wind is gone. Okay, so Lawali's gonna get H-slapped and double gash turn 1, and then it'll be in range to die to sharp stabs turn 2. So that's why I'm saying it's basically dead. It would be really nice to use a normal priority move just to check speed tiers here. Another game without Mudrid. Oh, so unfortunate. Zenorous gonna be really good. Yeah, it would be really nice to check speed tiers, but optimally I Plague Matter Teleport the 2-2 slot, and then I swap midi turn 2 and Plague a second time. Alright, Volphy's going to be important, killing Scaravolt. Kinu actually walls Mooflank, Saipat, and Volphy. Zenrisk also going to be important then. So I need something else that's fast and can deal with Zenrisk's counter, which will be Monkey. And Sidepat does that job better than Move Flank. Okay, I don't have anything to resist a Matter Teleport. We could see Kinu swap in. Gallus is like a really big threat. But if I don't get rid of Tutu sooner than later, I'm gonna have to deal with Tag Team for most of the game. Dang it. So I couldn't have doubled in on the Gallus anyways because of the Scaravolt swap in. It's good friend. I didn't know it for sure if he was going to swap in Scaravolt or not. Because now Lawali's not scared particularly. The Gallus is faster than my midi though. So I can't Hypnosis. I don't know if the Scaravolt's running a fire move or not. Sometimes they run Embers, even Meteor Swarm. There's no synergy for Meteor Swarm, so it might just be Embers. I like Magma Cannon, but then you don't have a move till turn 3, so... Or fire move till turn 3. Like, if you're not investing in your physical attack anyways, does Embers really matter? So my Lawali's faster than the Gallus, but not faster than the... But it's faster than the midi. It has bait. It does predict the Volphy swap in, which is really good for him. And he Embers that slot as well. Very good play by him. I could have just stayed in with midi, and I could have just Mallard teleported the Gallus and put it in range to die to a Plague. Hello Kip, welcome. Tad bit late stream. It's actually, this is normally when I stream, I thought. I just haven't streamed in forever, so. Yeah, I'm getting wrecked. Like, Volphy just dies to sharp stabs now, and I can't justify saving it. Late for you? Oh. Yeah. Hoping for a fire move, but he might predict me again. Yep. He's predicting every one of my plays. I guess I should start playing suboptimally so he has no idea what I'm doing. I can't even double into the Gallus right now. Protector probably helps the Scaravolt live this. Yeah, I would have lived anyways. He just gets another T-strike off and finishes off my Sidepat. I was really close to clicking Madness buff that turn. I guess I should have. You know, this one looks pretty doomed. Give Midi a seal for extra power. I do have a seal. I have like the trophy one. Midi's a winner. Unless it didn't save, but I think it did. Looked away at the exact moment. Alright, well... Yeah, I lose. Oh, 0.7%! No! Where's my marbles? Ah, I would have outsped the size munch then. And so it wouldn't have had Earthbound. I could have actually pulled this game back if that Gyalis didn't. That Gyalis has more than 245 speed, less than 273, and enough HP to live whatever I could. A resin trap plus 3 crystal spikes with that much health. God, that's so unfortunate. You know what, I'm trolling. I could have clicked Crystal Deluge. I just didn't. Because I knew it was resistant. That would have at least helped Midi survive. And Midi would have gotten the Matter Teleport off on Size Munch. Is Deluge stronger? No, they have the same amount of damage. It's both 100 BP. If I had a priority move on Midi, that would be nice, but it doesn't exist. Midi does not have Transient Echo. They gave it Nightmare Feed, but Transient would have helped it significantly more. Transient Echo would make it viable. Yeah, how dare something be viable, right? I don't know. I literally, I could have won that match if that Crystal Spike's killed. I mean, there's nothing I can do. He had just a good enough spread. He got a couple good predictions early on too, expecting me to make good plays, which I did. Kind of crazy. He actually banned my Mudrid when he had a melee core, though. Super weird. We'll see if we get to play Mudrid at all tonight. I don't know how many more games I'm gonna play. Wasn't planning on it being a super long stream. I would like to get my double daily win, though. So it's my double daily win also just lost because of 2 health on a Gyalis. There's probably 3 health. I knew I already had the bait proc too. I knew my Loali was faster. I figure a team for the next league match. I'm probably just gonna play whatever MIDI version I'm on at that point. I'll at least be a little more comfortable with it then. I mean, honestly, like, I have not seen a lot of bulky teams lately. I've actually hardly seen any. I've seen a lot of really speedy mid-range. So for that reason, it is really tempting to swap MIDI for Sandby. Super tempting. You can't make the neutral stack hoglip. You can't make that team work. That's unfortunate. You'd think it's actually pretty good by being able to counter its melee or mental weakness with the digi, but yeah, when I played it, it was pretty rough too. Alright, we got another match, so we gotta try and pull it back. So, oh, but hey buddy, you're Schween. It lost a luge. Just thought you should know. It looks like a deluge core. Or like a sleep core of some kind. I mean... Okay. Can finally play Mudred. Not sure what he does here. His like entire team is weak to Mudred. Pretty tempted to just ban Zeneros so I don't have to do a priority. I only have one crystal though, so maybe Pocus is the better option. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a fire and an earth left and a melee, so Zeneros not too bad. Psypat probably gets banned because it deals with these two really well. But one of my mentals could also get banned and he switches his WinCon to Yowler, not sure. Okay, so I have to pick Volfi now. Or no, I picked Psypat for sure because it can also deal with Lowaddle. And then I want MIDI to deal with Yowler. He probably just picked Zeno and Yowler at this point. Zeno's probably got Quartz Shield, like a Penance, Sacrifice on Lowaddle. So maybe it's like a Deluge core that has a secondary option of being Stall. Just spent 2 hours getting all the various breeds of Elemental Chromiot. I'm sure it feels great to be done, huh? Did you do it all in the wild, or did you get a... Did you do a radar? Because if you did it all in the wild, that's pretty impressive. And that also explains why it took 2 hours. Radar, I'm sure, would have made it go a lot quicker, but that's no fun, right? Oh, come on, Soil Steam, please kill. All Chromions are... Yeah, Chromions are really cool too. Max speed Schween outspeeds Mudred. I did not know that. The Schweens I faced, I feel like they're never max speed. It kind of sucks. I was hoping Mudred would live a while longer. Well, you only face max fat burner ones? Oh, I didn't see the fat burner. That makes sense. I would have no... Yeah. I outspeed base speed Schween. I'm amazed that the fat burner actually just did that much damage. I feel like there might even be special attack invest, but I could be wrong. Mudred is just bad. Please do not swap your Adoro. Is it Synergy Master? It was Synergy Master. That's true. I missed that. Or I didn't miss it. I just forgot. That's still a 25% boost. So. Actually, that's weird. Yeah, what? Is this like... It's Codadoro? This guy's... I don't know if he's living in the past or if he's living in the future. Integrate's interesting. I'm not sure if that matters for Mudrid. Matters for Lawali because it has a bit more health, yeah. Okay. Did have fun with a friend of yours. Used a full team of Mimits. You just finished D&D. Fun, yeah. Yeah, I had club I was in before did a little friendly tournament where we all did casual battles, so you could have double of stuff and have little matches against each other. Why? Why would you swap the Adoro when I have free kill on Yowler? Okay. I am confident that he did not do that on purpose. He has to double the side pad if he wants to kill it this turn, though. Maybe I should have left Midi in. I don't know. It's a Sweatband Yowler. This guy's got a very interesting team lineup. He swaps in Lawaddle. Okay. Now he's gonna have like Emanip on his Lawaddle to finish me off or something. Yeah. Whatever. Actually, he might just swap back into Adoro here. Maybe it's Oshi. I have. I'm putting the Yowler to sleep, so that doesn't matter this time. I wouldn't be surprised though. This guy's got one of those teams that's designed to look like the meta, and then it's not. He brings in a Doro here. I need one of these two Tems alive to deal with Zenarith. And I don't think I'm gonna have him. I have handcuffs on the Wally. I need Saipat to die, and I don't know if he's gonna bother killing it this turn. Actually, wish this thing was Toxic Skin right now, so it would... Okay. Okay, I guessed right. This feels so bad. I side plaguing just to push Doom off of my own Volphy. Zenith might even just one-shot MIDI anyways. I calced it to live a CPG from a 2-Vine, but not a Zenith. Okay, this is good. No, it's not. The game comes down to if MIDI lives or not. Because I can just Dust Vortex the Zenith. And then Sludge Gift it. But if I die, it's all for naught. It's not even taking any risks. I did not think about that. The fact that I don't even think about Deluge when it's my own team strategy is lame. Yeah, that play wins him the game. He's just madness buffing on Zenith to make sure he can kill, and to make sure he lives the... Oh, diamond for it? Okay, that's also a thing that he can do. Yeah, this is a really weird team. Honestly, there's a lot of surprise factor in it. Coat Adoro. Max speed, the fact that the Adoro wasn't Synergy Master, or wasn't Toxic Skin. Don't you double sleep. I don't outspeed, I just get Crystal Spikes on MIDI. But I do have to try that, yeah. Even if I live, what am I able to do? Oh, yeah, I just never live that anyways. I wasn't even close. So yeah. Yep. Winter's Call too. I mean, he played well. I should have called more of his swaps. Like, he got his Lowaddle in on my Nicho, and I could have just Nox Bombed into Venomous Claws, and that would have killed Lowaddle. He wouldn't have got the sacrifice off. Yowler wouldn't have been a problem then. I could have predicted his Deluge and stuff. I could have, yeah. That was a lot I could have done. So it's like losses like that I don't feel as bad. As long as I have potential to win them, and I just played bad, that's okay. Because that's something I can fix by just playing better. But if there's a loss where I feel like it's completely out of my hands, that's when it feels bad. Whether it's due to a broken Tem, or just complete surprise factor that I had no real ability, other control over other than just guessing. Those are the ones that frustrate me. Have to go? Oh no, you have to... Not sure. I don't know why my brain just adds words to the end of people's sentences. It's funny because sometimes when I'm actually talking to people, I'll actually just remove words. Say things much simpler than they have to. Alright. Got another match though. Still gotta appreciate the quick cues today. Cranberry Toast. I am not familiar with this player, but at least this one looks like a stall team. Yeah, the last one I have no idea what that was. Let's see, spread moves I have Bestial Charge, Allergic Spread, and that is it. So mix is kind of an issue. If I ban Babua, then Mudred is free for one turn. A singular turn. I don't have any toxics, so Babua I kind of have to ban anyways. Yeah, he sees the Mudred threat now. Okay, that's unfortunate. Mudred would have been really nice, because getting Mudred for free for one turn means that I also get to Deluge on a second, whatever is threatening to me. And then now, since I added Diamond Fort into my combo, when the one threatening Tem is asleep, then I can Diamond Fort, and then all of a sudden, if Mudred hasn't taken damage prior, it's really threatening. But now I just have to click this, Zenith. I am assuming that this Grumper doesn't have any turn 1 Earth moves. It probably just has Dust Vortex, probably has Thunder Strike, Stonewall, maybe Sparks. That'd be my guess. Diamond Fort who? Diamond Fort Mudred, of course. I'm trying it out. I've only been able to play Mudred one game, and that was last game. And I got by the Schween. That I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to outspeed me. I guess I missed the Fat Burner. And also the Synergy Master just kind of nuking my health bar. What's this guy's plan? So I'm gonna just Jinx Whisper the Calibus and Madness buff. Running without DV? Yeah. Yep. It's kind of a flex slot anyways. I'm sure at some points I'll miss it. But if I run it for a while and am not finding success, I'll just switch back. Diamond Fortress sounds bad on Mudred. Well, I guess the neutral... Well, it's... If I'm facing something with, like, Stone Ball, then it's super good. Also, with 305 speed, anything that's below 150 speed is actually really good. Hello, Phantoms. Welcome. How goes the Temtem? Temtem is awesome. We got just a new patch today, and it actually looks really good. So far, there doesn't seem like there's anything that's crazy strong, so we're actually going into a pretty balanced meta here. I guess Shadowlant's a bit something to be watch out for, but haven't seen any yet today, so nothing too bad. Actually seeing some stall teams, which is interesting. I'm curious to see how the Taifu performs. Morale boosting whip, yep, that's another thing that got buffed, pretty cool. But now that also confirms that this Calibus does not have any form of sleep protection. It's got this game a couple days ago. When you saw the actual Temtem dev team stream, so you know absolutely nothing. Oh, no worries. Do you own the game? You playing through the story? It's a great story. Yeah, I don't really want to. Wolfie's pretty good here. Might be E-Drink, yeah. Well, I don't think it's E-Drink, I think it's bait. Bait's really common on Grumper. You don't own it yet? You're waiting until your new laptop ships? Experimenting with the free showdown version? Ah, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it's a good place to start, just to kind of mess around a little bit. Although it's definitely a little difficult to understand what's going on in the showdown version if you don't have any prior knowledge with it. Ugh, stupid thing lived. And I took a lot of knockback damage from that. Find more people to play and help you learn the game because you don't know what you're doing. Are you on the main Temtem Discord? Because there's a whole bunch of people on there that would... Or it's a lot easier to reach people that can help out. You can just throw out a team and people can give you feedback on it. There's also a club recruitment section, because there's a version of clubs in this game. Even if you don't have the game yet and you're just playing on Showdown, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of clubs that would still love to have you and help you learn the game and such. Well, thank you for the follow. Hoping the Fiery Soul kills this Grumper here, but I don't know. Oh, barely. I do get the Ignis proc. They click Sledge Gift. I don't know, it didn't even do that much damage. I may have lived a dozen... No. Yeah. Yeah, I am pretty lucky on that one. Did more damage to myself, yeah. Glad. It's nice that Calibus doesn't have toxic skin. Don't have to worry about it. This is a really unfortunate swap for him. -2 knockback do more than a C-Spike. Knockback and C-Spike actually have the same damage effectively, because C-Spike is 100, with stab bonus it's 150, and knockback does 150. So after the -2, yes, it absolutely does more. That was the most damage I could possibly do to Grumper in that turn. If I did not do that, I had to either guess which slot he would attack or double swap. So it was a lose situation. I'm not afraid of this Grandpa. I'm not sure why it sheared up and then used Wind Burst. I'd rather just get rid of the Momo. Even if I have to take some OX damage. Oh, it lived! This is not my day. C-Spike is shortening for Crystal Spike. That is correct, yeah. There's a lot of shortening things you'll hear for names just because. Just because some of the names get really long. Like Telekinetic Shrapnel usually gets shortened to T-Shrap or TKS. Hyperkinetic Stripes is similar, it's HKS, NATO instead of Tornado. And then for Fire Tornado, it's F-NATO. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff to kind of get used to. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of leave Aohi in. It's done its job. I don't really need it for Taifu. Ooh, that was a lot of stam lost from this grandpa. So cheer up so we can use a turbo again, I guess. I'm not sure this guy is. Yeah, I really don't know what this guy's plan is. I'm just gonna swap Volphy since it doesn't do anything on this board. You started Temtem recently, just had their This Is No Pokemon Story meeting on the 4th island. Yeah. Yeah, I actually thoroughly enjoyed the story. It was far from perfect, but it was still very enjoyable. The DV did nothing. I think it's a bulky Taifu. And then he actually predicts the Fiery Soul and swaps to his Galivus now? Why? You have a Taifu on the board. I'm so sad. Arc Shield. That's very not good. Soft touch value indeed. Oh my goodness. Rip Taifu. He's just sacking his grandpa. I don't think that's the best play, but it is a play for sure. Honestly, I don't think there's any easy way for me to kill this Calibus. Like, I can kill the Taifu here, and then Xenareth just dies to whatever the Calibus has got. It's free to Strangle Stall it, which is what I might just do. Okay. He doesn't play it out, so GG's. Also, for the record, Phantom, So most teams that I play are really off meta, not commonly stuff you'll see. You'll see the midi on my team. It's actually not a fully evolved Tem. I just use it because it's fun and it has a little specific niche that it fills. But if you are looking for like a team to try on Showdown, I don't know if you've already got one or not, you could always check out the team code I've got over on the side there. I call it Easy Team. It's a really good team to just kind of start out with and try stuff. He's playing a Squid Thing, like a Stall Snorlax. Yeah, it's kind of similar. It plays very slowly, and somehow we've matched 3 stall teams tonight. What is this? Different people, too. Yeah, I'm glad I'm orange side, because if Aohi gets banned, I have to ban Chimerian. Ask by that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of known for running off-meta stuff. I really enjoy playing really goofy things. Things you don't expect. Remember when I said I haven't seen Bulk? Yeah, I hadn't. There's no mentals for the Schween Deluge, at least. That doesn't exist. So no, he bans the move flank. So I can ban Volerand and then go Lawali. Lawali Auhi, but then I face Nidrasil Schween. I kind of have to ban the Vola. Finding your own niche thing that works, sometimes even finding yep, exactly. That is the same thing I like to do. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But usually they work when they have to. There's actually a competitive scene for this, like a esports scene. And in the biggest tournament we've had so far, I managed to place 4th place with some stuff you don't normally see, so it's cool. And even just with the Showdown client, you could actually participate in it. There's not any entry requirements, for the lower tournaments at least. So if you do end up liking the competitive aspect, I'd look into it. Faced my team like 6 times already on ladder. That's it. I've seen some people play it more times. Piranha looks like, I don't know, either Piranha or Cowrin, I don't know which one. I'm gonna go with Cowrin. Games like this are a huge thing you like, and all the options you are, finding your own niche won't be hard. Yeah, this game has so many options. Like, the team building itself is just so much fun. There's crazy options. Lost ones because you didn't know yours. I posted my spreads. You can check that whenever, Kip. Wouldn't random. Yeah, I know. The Saipat was a last second addition. I had to send in my team early, and it was just what I happened to be using at the time. And didn't really get to change it much. Thought they were just stalling, picking their next team member. No, there's a lot of thought that goes into this. I try and explain it as I play matches, but it still gets to be a lot. Can't really explain everything. And if I don't say it out loud, there's still lots of stuff to think. Pick ban's the hardest part. Yeah, I'm pretty good at pick ban. I can usually play out the first turn up to maybe like 3 turns in my head. But I still miss stuff. And it's usually like in the end games that I throw. Just don't see Mudra doing a whole lot here. It's like weak, weak, weak. It'd be nice for Deluge sleep cycles, but you know, it's a stall team. I think I'd rather have the utility of sleep since I have double mental than raw damage. Unless this is the second false stall team I'm facing today. Expecting you got a pretty good break. You just pick stuff up. Yeah, I did. Some people like really in-depth explanations and others not as much. If you're interested, not that you have to, but I do post all of my stream VODs on YouTube. It's just Magnetonics. So if you ever get bored and want something to play in the background or something, you can check them out there. I've also got some in-depth guides. They end up way longer than I wanted, but like I go in-depth to each individual Tem. Only a few in so far, but I give explanations of how they fit into comp, what kind of options they got, and even have some default or like test builds you can use. Both the Wally and Midi and out here are really important. My backline not so much, so we're obviously just gonna click damaging moves and hope for the best. Just subscribed, you can check out some stuff tomorrow. Awesome. Glad to help. Here comes the Piranhians. So Lawali's free. Now, do I get plagued and handcuffed in? No, it's a lifeful sap. Interesting. So this is just fine for me. You also got a good Temtem. You also got good at Temtem from watching a lot of comp Pokemon. Yeah. Yep. Knowing competitive Pokemon helps a lot for sure. This is the stall Volphy. It doesn't have Sludge Gift. It has the other move. Oh, and I just trapped the Chimurian in. That's huge. Rip Chimurian. No comp Pokemon, you're big into games like this. Fair share of practice in other games. What kind of other games have you played then, if not Pokemon? Stuff like Monster Sanctuary? Koromon? Cyrillum, maybe? I'm not sure. Or just like competitive games in general, you talking? I want to hold off Deluge, but I don't want either of my crystals on a board with this Volphy. Saipat looks so much better than Mudrid. Yeah, I didn't. It would just because of this stupid Volphy. No way. His Chimurian lives, and then he hits his own Volphy. But now he lives. That was a very tanky Chimurian, by the way. Because it wasn't even full health when I hit it. And a cassette piece. Ah, yes. I loved that game, and yet I already forgot it came out. I'm really waiting for them to add multiplayer to that. That'll be a blast once they do. Surprised he stayed in on Chimurian. Guess he probably just glass bladed or something. Maybe CPG'd. Bush, but a kaleidoscope. It's a very slow Volphy. I guess I got kind of lucky. I could have got screwed over real bad that turn. The whole Monster Hunter series. That's one I haven't tried yet. I really should at some point though. Love zero speed Tems, exactly. Yes, we do. I hope it's not energy drink Nidrasil. You'd think a stall one wouldn't be. Usually they only are if they're running Narco Hit, which is not a stall move. Hello, Piranhians. My Lawali loves to see you. It's not an energy drink, so we are good. Alright, he really doesn't have any great swaps here. I don't think he'd swap in Yowler onto a board with Mental on it. He could just sack to Volphy, which would also be nice. No midi damage check. I guess I could have doubled the slot and pretty much kill whatever. But it's like Piranhians is really physically bulky. I don't think it would do a whole lot. Plus, I'd rather save it for an endgame with Yowler. This is a really, really bulky Volphy. I don't know. I mean, I can kill Volphy. Or I could deal some damage to Nidrasil. Well, Wally would be nice for Piranha, for sure. Mudrit's just not doing anything. I guess I could have put the Volphy to sleep, but that would have meant eating a toxic attack on something that I didn't want it. Yeah, Mudrid takes this super well. I don't know. This Volphy's probably running Plague, but I don't need either of these two Tems. He stays in on both. Maybe he's just gonna Plague Mudrid and Toxic King Zenith, Diamond Fort value. If he didn't have Plague, it would definitely be value. Yeah, I could still click Diamond for it, it's just not gonna do anything. Because like Volphy's OX now, and Nidrasil's dead, so if I didn't get hit with that Plague, I could Diamond Fort here and be in a really good shape. Honestly, afterwards I think I can live another Plague, but I'm not gonna have to eat one. Maybe live a clinch? Yeah, who knows? At least we got to click the move tonight. That's what really matters. Piranha just gets slept. It's also really cheap. It's like, what, 19 stamina? It's really good for a defensive move. I don't even have to make a rotation specifically for it. Because if I use Diamond for it, it also allows me to use Crystal Dust in the rotation instead of one of my normal moves. does nothing. Well, we'll get to see if Mudred lives the the clinch now, maybe. I'm genuinely curious. I hope I get hit by it. Come on! Yeah, we got value! Alright, well, that's good enough for me. I've accomplished everything I've wanted to tonight. Can't kill me if I kill myself. Rip my Thames. Send him to the Hypno Plague Blender. Yeah. Would not be hard. But seeing him whiff here is kind of funny. Part of me wonders if I could have lived like a burned cold geyser. I bet I could have. Because of the neutralized. I'm actually pushing off the burn now, but whatever. He doesn't win from this position. Yeah, I guess Energy Reserves Nox Bomb could go bad. I don't know if it's patient or not. Yeah, it is Energy Reserves. And I just knocked him into First Aid Kit by like a small portion. He's got Revitalize. I don't even know why you run Energy Reserves if you don't have a more offensive set. But GG's. Alright. So we've managed to tie up our win rate. So it hasn't been a complete loss today. And I feel like I've won after I just watched my Mudred live a clinch. Completed all our missions. That is a lot of feathers. You'll see how many I can pump into this Mudred, so... And then I think I'm going to call it after that. I'd love to stay up and play more. I'm actually... It's pretty fun tonight. But I have my last day of work tomorrow, and I'll actually be going on a vacation for the next few days. So... You probably won't hear from me for like a week. I think I'm going to try and record another in-depth guide and then just set it to post on Tuesday because that's just kind of the day I've picked to post it. I'm not even sure who's next. I think it's Lawali, maybe Saku, one of those two. Yeah, look at all them hot fixes. Skipped Zhao and Chromion. I'm not doing Tempedia order, I'm doing in order in which you encounter them. So I'm starting with all the Dennis Tems. So I did the starters, Tataru, Paharo, Saipat. So I'm trying to just think who's next on the route. I think it's Lawali or Saku. There was no way I was starting with Zhao and Mimit, Zhao, and Chromion. Those three would be awful to start with. Alright, let's see if we got some good ones. Speed. Maxed. Defense. Yeah, not maxed. Special attack. Also not maxed. Special defense is hurting. Okay. Well, still decent. I don't even... Let's see. So I have HP, stamina, speed. I've got this I can pump speed into. This one can use stamina and HP. But like I've already got this thing which is effectively perfect. So I can use it on Showdown. So if I do perfect this one or even this one, it's just to sell it. But yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. This one still needs HP once I breed the fur off of it. Got all the content on my YouTube to watch. There's quite a bit of it. Most of it's from this patch too. I used to stream a lot more, but I wasn't too happy with the direction the game was going balance-wise, but this last patch has instilled some hope in me. I think Osakai's got a really cool spot now. And seeing all the LC Tem buffs is really cool too. LC is Little Cup, so like baby Tems. Have I talked to Himi? I have not. Did she say something? Yeah, we'll have to figure that out at some point. I'd gladly give her some coaching if that's what she wants, but I'm not sure if that would help at all. Alright, but yes, that's going to be all from me today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I don't know when I'll be back. I think I'll try and do like a Friday or Saturday stream next week. Yeah, I'm still gonna play around with some stuff. Diamond Fort didn't do a whole lot. I hardly even used Saipat and Mooflank here today. Like it's still like this core right here. I really like. I think it's a really solid core. But these two, I really don't know. I don't know what could fit the slot better though. Maybe just changing some spreads around would help. I'll have to think about it and figure it out. DV saved your game in the league match. Yeah, I could switch that back. It's not that Diamond Fort did nothing, or I even ran into a situation where Dust Vortex would have done more effectively. I still have Iron Coat. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out another day. I might pick back up streaming for the once I'm back from vacation. It depends. That or I'll start streaming even less just because I'll be back at school and I don't want to interrupt all my roommates because I don't have like a studio apartment or anything. I'm still living with a couple of guys, so I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for your continued support. Let's check if there's anyone to go raid. I'm not sure if there is. There's probably not at this late at night, but you never know. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone playing comp, but there are some people playing the story if anyone wants to go check them out and support them. But that'll be all for me today. Thanks everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.